Alright everyone, so I'm trying something different. Hopefully you can hear me alright, but I am going to be showing my face for this next little video walkthrough tutorial. I'm going to be talking about my workflow and giving you like a 10,000 foot view of my workflow, but also getting into some of the details on whether it's automated, what systems I use, how I get my clients from inquiry to that final delivery. So we're going to jump right into it. So I do have a couple notes that I'm going to be reading from, but a lot of this is pretty straightforward. Hopefully you've heard of some of the tools that I'm about to mention to you. So my workflow is all done through Honeybook. Now there's plenty of CRMs out there. There's Dubsado, there's Honeybook, there's 17 Hats, there's all these different client management systems that you can use. I currently use Honeybook, which has been really, really easy. And that's what I use to automate a lot of my processes for my workflow, the interaction that I have with my clients. So it all starts with the initial inquiry, and my clients inquire through my website. There is a form that they fill out. It's integrated through Honeybook, so it's a Honeybook form that's integrated into my website. And so what happens after they push that submit button, I get a notification from Honeybook saying, hey, you have a new lead. And I have it set up in Honeybook that it actually triggers my workflow. Now, their word for workflow is now called automations. It used to be called workflow, but now it's automation. So it triggers this automation. And this automation is just a series of steps that I've pre-planned out to have it do either automatically or include tasks, things like send out emails, send out reminders, things like that. So I'm going to walk through it, so just bear with me. So once I get that new inquiry from my website through the Honeybook form, it triggers the automation through Honeybook, and I have it set up that it automatically sends out an email that says, hey, thanks for getting in touch, schedule a call with me. And in that email is my booking calendar link, so it's all done right then and there. There's no back and forth on when are you available, when can we book. So it's super, super simple, super easy. So then I have that call with them. Most of my clients do end up booking a call. I think it's pretty standard in the branding photography world to have that call. So if that terrifies you, I would just say practice makes perfect and get on that call with them, because it really helps actually get those leads booked. So after the call, either they're like 100% ready to book, they might need a little bit of follow-up information. In that case, I will send them my follow-up email that's already templated out into Honeybook, and I'll send that out to them. And then we might go back and forth if they have questions before they decide on their shoot date and their package price. But sometimes they're like ready to go. They want to nail down that date. They want to get it all moving. And in that case, the next step for me that is called out in my automation in Honeybook is to send them a proposal and contract. Now, this is not done automatically because I might need to go in and adjust a few things, but I do trigger that through Honeybook. So once that's complete, they will sign the contract, they will pay their 50% deposit, and when I send that over, I also include an email with all the next steps that they can expect. Like, okay, you've got to fill this out, then we're going to have the shoot plan call, then we're going to have the shoot. Here are some things to keep in mind, all the things that they need to be aware of for moving forward. So they complete the invoice, they complete the contract, and then I have my automation, my workflow, and Honeybook set up that once that contract is complete and that invoice is paid, they get sent my questionnaire automatically. So they know that that's coming to them and they can get it automatically. I don't have to worry about it. And then once they fill that out and return it, I'll take a look at it, make sure it's complete, and then I will manually send out an email that's already templated out into Honeybook that says, okay, next step is to book your shoot plan call. And that actually is in my automation. So really it's just like me pressing the button that says like that the email is already written, everything. So I push the button, they get that. So now we're on to the shoot planning stage. So from there, they will schedule a time to hop on a call with me. This is usually a Zoom call. And so we'll have that shoot plan call, we'll discuss all the details, square everything away, and then from there, it's really just waiting for the day of the shoot. So there's a few other things that has to happen, and this is all automated in Honeybook. So number one, they have to make sure they pay their final balance for what they owe me. And then I send them a reminder of their shoot, and also a few little, don't forget this, don't forget that, blah, 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 blah. Give them my cell phone number if they need to get in touch, things like that. And that goes out automatically based on their shoot date in Honeybook. So I don't really have to worry about anything. So then we have our shoot, we have the day of, and, hopefully it all goes great because we've done all the upfront planning, all the upfront prep. And then the day after the shoot, I have Honeybook send an automatic email again that says, thank you for the shoot. As a reminder, here are the next steps that you can look forward to. So this is all like the post-shoot stuff, when they can expect their images, how they're going to choose them, things like that. So I will start working on culling their images in the meantime. And depends on my workload at the moment. Sometimes I outsource my culling. Sometimes I'll do my culling myself. And so once that is complete, then I use, actually before I do anything else, I'll usually edit a few photos real quickly and send them a sneak peek. And I love sending them a sneak peek through my 18 grid, it looks like an Instagram feed, 18 grid collage. If you are interested in that print template, I do have a link to it in the show details below. So I send them a sneak peek, get them really super excited, and then I will run the culled images through Imagine AI. It's editing software that basically uses the power of artificial intelligence to edit your photos. So it basically knows my editing style, so I will go ahead and use that to edit my images, turns it around so quickly. I usually get them back within 20-25 minutes, and I'll just fine tune as needed, adjust a few things, but they do a fantastic job. I'm going to put a link to them in the details as well, so you can check that out. So once that is done, I go back into my Honeybook. I have an email pre-written in my workflow that's ready to go that says hey, your proofing gallery is almost ready. And the reason I do this is because I find that if I just send over the gallery of these images, my clients aren't going to read what they need to do. So I like to almost give them a moment to read this email, know what to expect, how to flag their images, how to select them before sending the actual link to the gallery. So I do that in Honeybook, and then I'll usually wait, maybe half hour, an hour before I send the next, the actual gallery through my gallery system. So I use PickTime. I'll also link up PickTime in the details here. A reason I love using PickTime, and I'm sure other gallery systems do this, but they have a plugin where you can have it communicate with Lightroom. So when my clients choose their final images, I'm able to sync that with Lightroom. So I know which images they've selected, and I don't have to write down the number and figure out what those are. So then I fine tune those images. So for me, I usually take a light hand with editing and retouching, but if there's really obnoxious flyaways that I can clone out, or if they have a pimple that day, those types of things. So once those are done, I'll put the images into a finals folder into PickTime, and I'll turn on download permissions for those images only. And then my final email for gallery delivery is through PickTime. I do have a task in Honeybook that says, did you send the final images? So I'll mark that off. And then the last thing that I do is send them a couple mock-ups. So my clients have an option to choose what type of mock-up they want. So I'll make sure that I've done that. And in my workflow in Honeybook, it's a task. So I need to do that in the workflow. And then I send out their final mock-up, and that email is already templated. I just need to link it up into that email, and then I send it out. And then after that, after basically the session is complete, final deliverables are delivered, I still actually have a few other emails that go out. Number one is about a month later, I send out an email that says hope you're getting a lot of mileage out of your photos. Hope you're enjoying them. Would you mind giving me a testimonial? And then I also send them information on my referral program. So I send that out. And then after that, I send out a notification for a coffee date. And that goes out probably, I think, a couple months after we've shot, just to catch up, just to sit and chat. It's great to circle back with your clients, understand how they're using their images, if they have any questions. And then after that, I actually send out 2 more emails. One is encouraging them to book another session with me at a discounted price, if you book within the next 6 months, you can receive my VIP discount on any full session. And that goes out, and then just one more reminder. And that's the end of my workflow. So that's really it. If you want my free workflow outline, the link is in the description here. You can see that with some of the details on the timeline on how that happens. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe. Feel free to comment. Let me know what you think. If you want to learn more about brand photography, you can head to thebrandphotographermethod.com. Follow me on Instagram at thebrandphotographermethod for all the tips and tricks. So thank you so much. I hope you enjoy this new format of, tutorials. And I hope to see you in my next video.